Welcome back, football fans. Big Barcelona updates are coming your way. Frenkie de Jong's contract saga is heating up, with Arsenal reportedly eyeing the Dutch midfielder if talks stall. Meanwhile, Barcelona are exploring exciting young talents like Palmeiras defender Luis Benedetti, and Robert Lewandowski is about to play his 150th game for the Blaugrana. From potential Premier League moves to key injuries, including Gavi's latest setback, we've got all the latest transfer news, match updates, and inside insights from Camp Nou. Let's dive in. In the last few weeks, things were finally looking to be getting better between FC Barcelona and their midfield star, Frenkie de Jong. This was particularly the case after the player changed his agent to ensure smoother negotiations for a renewal, as his contract is expiring in the summer of 2026. However, recently, this operation once again seems to have stalled, as there has been no progress despite the meetings between the player's new agent and the club. In this situation, reports suggest that Barcelona have given Frenkie de Jong a clear ultimatum. He must agree to a new contract by January, or the club will consider selling him during the winter transfer window to avoid losing such a valuable player for free next summer. This tense situation has caught the attention of Premier League side Arsenal. As reported by Fishages, the Gunners are looking to take advantage of this situation at Barcelona and plan to initiate negotiations for Frenkie de Jong in January. Their coach, Mikel Arteta, particularly wants the player and his team to improve his midfield even further after the arrivals of Martin Zubimendi and Christian Norgard. Furthermore, some Saudi Arabian clubs have also shown an interest in the midfielder, even though Frenkie de Jong himself wants to stay at Barcelona. For now, it remains to be seen how these matters develop and where the €45 million rated Dutchman would be playing next season. Barcelona are being linked with a move for 19-year-old Palmeiras defender Luis Benedetti and want to bring him in next year. Journalist Diego Firmino reports that Barcelona and Arsenal are both keen on the defender and are in talks with the Brazilian side. Palmeiras want €15 million and Barça are said to have offered €12 million. Talks are now set to continue between the two sides over a possible deal. Benedetti is a lanky defender, described as the new Huijsen by AS, due to his speed, height and ball-playing ability. He's obviously a very highly rated talent and looks as though he could be heading to Europe shortly, with clubs already battling for his signature. Barcelona are being tipped to add to their defense next year after losing Íñigo Martínez in the summer, and with Andreas Christensen into the final year of his deal with the club. Manchester City have identified Barcelona ace Fermín López as a successor for Bernardo Silva, with reports claiming that the Etihad legend is already in talks over his next move. Silva was named Man City captain in June following the departure of Kevin De Bruyne. Pep Guardiola normally lets his players choose their skipper but handpicked Silva as City's new leader. The Portugal star is a modern-day icon at City, having scored 72 goals in 410 matches for the club since joining from Monaco in July 2017. Silva has been a crucial player for Guardiola, helping City to win a plethora of trophies including 1 Champions League, 6 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups, 4 League Cups and 1 FIFA Club World Cup. But Silva could soon be the next elite star to leave City as part of Guardiola's squad rebuild. His contract expires in June 2026 and City must decide whether to offer fresh terms or let him move on. According to Spanish source Fishages, Barcelona star López is Guardiola's priority to replace Silva in midfield. Guardiola loves López as he can thrive as a number 8, number 10 or left winger. Manchester City believe the 22-year-old could create a formidable midfield partnership alongside new summer signings Ryan Cherki and Tijani Reinders. This isn't the first time City have been linked with Fermín López. Earlier this week, it was revealed that the club made a summer inquiry to check on his availability. According to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea even submitted a €40 million, £35 million, offer for López before the transfer window closed, but Barcelona turned it down. If City are to succeed where Chelsea failed, then they need to convince the 22-year-old to try out an exciting new challenge in the Premier League. As per reports in Portugal, Silva has already been offered a contract by López, with the two parties in advanced talks. Despite all that Bernardo Silva has accomplished at Manchester City, pundit Troy Deeney believes it may be time for Pep Guardiola to start a new chapter at the club. Deeney commented, "It's never easy, especially having been at a club for a long time, but someone like Bernardo Silva has to move on now that Gundogan and Ederson have already left." Meanwhile, reports suggest that even if City were to make a record-breaking offer for a Newcastle United star, it still might not be enough to finalize the deal, highlighting the challenges they face in the transfer market. Barcelona are back in action after a 2-week international break as they get set to host Valencia in La Liga later tonight at Estadio Johan Cruyff. The Catalans will be gunning to bounce back to winning ways after having dropped points in their previous match against Rayo Vallecano. Special night for Robert Lewandowski. Tonight's game will be a momentous occasion for veteran superstar Robert Lewandowski because he will play his 150th match in a Barcelona shirt, and he will do so against one of the opponents he performs best against, Valencia. Lewandowski, who has not yet started in the 3 matches played this season. A muscle discomfort kept him out of the opening fixture against Mallorca, and he only appeared off the bench in the subsequent games against Levante and Rayo Vallecano. Tonight, though, he will reach his 150th appearance as a Barcelona player at Estadio Johan Cruyff, having joined the club from Bayern Munich in the summer of 2022. Lewandowski's numbers in his 149 matches so far for the Blaugrana leave no doubt about his outstanding performance since his arrival. The 37-year-old centre-forward has scored 101 goals and provided 20 assists for the Catalans. He has found the net in all competitions and has bagged hat-tricks against Victoria Plzen in the Champions League, and against Valencia and Alaves in La Liga. Lewandowski has won 2 La Liga titles, 2 Spanish Super Cups, and 1 Copa del Rey trophy during his time at the club, while also winning the Pichichi for the top goalscorer in La Liga in his very first season at Barça. As he gets set to face Valencia tonight, Lewandowski will be eager to celebrate his special milestone with a goal or 2. He has faced Valencia 5 times, all in La Liga and all with Barcelona, scoring 7 goals. On Friday, Chelsea announced that they have reached an agreement to sign striker Emmanuel Emega from RC Strasbourg for next season. The Dutch footballer will remain in League One for the ongoing campaign before making the move to the Premier League to join the Blues in the summer of 2026. Barcelona had their eyes on Emmanuel Emega. Now, Sport has revealed that Emega was one of the profiles admired by Deco to fill the centre-forward position at Barcelona. The Blaugrana will soon have to enter the market to find a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski, who recently turned 37 years old, and has a contract that expires in 2026. Big names like Julian Alvarez, Erling Haaland, and Alexander Isak have been linked but appear out of reach for various reasons. As such, it has now emerged that Emega was one of the players that the Catalan sporting director, Deco, admired as an option. At 22 years old, standing 1.96 meters tall, he enjoyed a strong last season in the French league, scoring 14 goals and providing 3 assists in 27 matches, improving from his debut campaign in 2023-24. This term he already has 3 goals in 4 games in all competitions. Barcelona had been monitoring Dutch striker Emmanuel Emega, but the club has now missed out on him as he is set to join Chelsea. Deco's plans. This season is expected to be Robert Lewandowski's final one at Barcelona. While several names have been linked as potential replacements, Deco is well aware of the challenges the club faces in the transfer market. Given these circumstances, the plan is to make the most of the players already available under Hansi Flick. This includes giving more responsibility to Ferran Torres, who currently leads Deco's list of potential successors to Lewandowski. The sporting management will continue to monitor the market, but the primary focus will be on trusting Ferran to grow into this pivotal role. Barcelona head coach Hansi Flick has tipped a sidelined member of his midfield ranks to establish himself as the club's on-pitch leader. The player in question? Gavi. Youngster Gavi is for his part of course sidelined once more at present. This comes after the 21-year-old picked up a knee problem during training late last month. As much came in the same knee in which Gavi previously tore the ACL, adding to what have been a difficult last couple of years for a player once tipped as the game's next standout midfielder. One individual, though, confident that the Spanish international still has everything required to be a protagonist for Barcelona is manager Hansi Flick. Speaking during a press conference on Saturday, the Blaugrana's headmaster explained, "Gavi can be the heart of this team. He gives everything for the team and the club. At first he was worried about this injury, but we have to see how he evolves." So, Barcelona fans, it's a crucial period for the club. Will Frenkie de Jong stay or leave? Can Lewandowski celebrate his milestone with another goal? And how will Gavi's recovery impact Hansi Flick's plans? With the transfer market buzzing and key players sidelined, the next few months could define Barca's season. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for daily Barcelona news and updates.